How you doing, guys? Okay, so just found this on the floor, and unfortunately I have a leaking shock absorber. So those of you who know about the TRD adjustable, they are of period, so they're quite old, probably nearly 30 years old if not more. So yeah, looks like I'm going to need a new shock absorber. I'm going to leave it for now ordering some though, because I might have mentioned before in a couple of videos previously that I'm going to go a certain route with regards of suspension on this car. And yeah, I don't see the point of spending 100 quid possibly on something which I'm later going to remove and replace anyway. So yeah, had a little bit of a weep. But I suppose that's what you get with classic cars. Whilst it's off, I'm going to give the tyre and the wheel a good clean. Okay, that'll do for the rear. Okay, so that's just some detailer just to take off most of the dirt. The wheels weren't clean long ago, so to be fair, it's mainly just a bit of dust and bits. So now I'm going to move on to the polishing, and I'll just use this old stuff. For those of you that don't know and haven't seen the previous videos of a little walk around review of my car, these wheels were produced by a very good friend of mine, Isaac, who owns a company called Rims Carnated in the UK. Now, I had a set of these OEM wheels. These are original ae86 wheels. They're 13-inch. But they just didn't look nice on the car. They sat quite far in. So I had the idea of possibly widening them. So we put it on a mill, and he managed to mill off the original lip. And he's a distributor of, as well as producing wheels, he's a distributor of all sorts of fittings, dishes, lips, barrels, all sorts. He fabricates his own wheels. The company's called Frank's Wheels and Toccoa, and he has kindly sponsored this channel, and he's helped me out with all sorts over the years, and I'm always grateful for it. So yeah, these are the rears. So these are 8.5J. The fronts are 7.5J. But yeah, we basically cut the original lip out, used a 5-inch lip, and then welded it back on. And they've been brilliant, and he's actually made a few sets for a few people since. And they're just a great looking wheel, OEM Plus as I like to call it. I'm only doing a quick job of this, guys. I'm not doing a detailed polish. Usually I would use a machine, and I'd remove like the center cap and do that individually. But I'm only giving it a quick clean whilst it's off the car. There you go. Better than it was. Okay, it's the car back on the ground. So what I'll do is I'll have a look and see what I can do about the absorber. But yeah, that's the wheel on. Nice and polished. They do come out really good. But yeah, it's a good little spot. I did think something was up, and just so happened to look and found that the shock absorber had been leaking. So yeah, they've done well for a 30-plus-year-old part, but something that's going to need to be replaced. Decided that I want to paint the bottom half of this. So under here, under the tape, is the black strip, which continues from this bit here. Now, when this was painted, because I bought this from the body shop, it was a continuous black line that went straight across the fuel filler cap. Now, this on the body is supposed to have a silver border, but that doesn't bother me. And also on the fuel filler cap, and I'll put a picture up here somewhere and show you what I mean. But they went straight across it with the black. So what I'm actually doing is I've masked an edge on the fuel filler cap, and I'm spraying that body colour. Just another little detail not a lot of people would ever have noticed. But you can just see the fine line tape. I've just made the shape around the edge all the way across. And I had some paint mixed up. And what you can see here, where I folded back a little bit of tape, this is called a soft edge. And what this allows you to do is blend the paint without having producing a line, a solid line, which is not what you want. So yeah, I've just applied the base. I'm going to let that harden and then apply some lacquer, and fingers crossed you wouldn't notice. Just applied first coat of lacquer. So yeah, I'll do a couple more and then let it dry, flat it back, polish it, and fingers crossed, you'd never know. Okay, so I've pulled the masking tape off and just given it a bit of a flat back. That's where they see some light scratches there, with some 2.5 grit sandpaper. But the blend itself, you wouldn't know, and this is why the soft edge, you call it, with the masking tape, allows you, as I mentioned, it blends the paint instead of leaving a hard line. So yeah, really chuffed for that. The colour mix I always use is Paints for You, and he's on eBay, and always seems to get the perfect colour match. So yeah, I'm just going to use some of this. I'll give it a good polish, and it can go back on the car. I might reinstall this. I had two made, but this is a handmade, hand-cut sticker from a chap in Japan. And he's made me a few stickers before, and his work is incredible. So yeah, I might reinstall that. But yeah, I'll see how it comes out after a good polish. Okay, there you go. Just get it back on the car. There you go. It's just a nice small detail. Just adds a little bit. As I said, the body should also match. There should be a small frame of silver, just like this, on the body. I might have a go at some point, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm happy just with the fuel filler cap being like it. But yeah, colour match is brilliant. As I said, it's just a nice small detail that should have always been there. So yeah, I may or may not put this on, I'm not quite sure. I've always ran this, but now I've got that detail, I really don't know. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, seems to be the week of misfortune for me. So this tyre was was always going down very, very slowly. I mean, it took weeks, but it was going down. And I thought, okay, maybe where we've had these wheels produced, one of the welds have failed or something. But I thought, no, these were tested vigorously, and I know Isaac would have done an immense job doing it. So I thought, okay, I'll whip the tyre off, whip the wheel off, sorry, and have a look. And lo and behold, I have a screw. So I'm going to head down to a friend of mine, Chris's, who works at a tyre place locally, and see if he can repair the tyre for me. Okay, so I just got back to the unit. Not with the wheel, unfortunately. The tyre repair was all good. The nail had just penetrated the inside of the tyre, so yeah, it was an easy fix. But yeah, this, unfortunately, is the bit inside has actually crumbled, and Chris was struggling to get it out, and he was a bit short of time. I did catch them just as they were about to close, so yeah, hopefully I can get this out. Okay, so success. I have the valve out. Didn't take too much, admittedly. Just used my thin nose pliers. I managed to pry it away, so I've saved this. Chris has a spare one of these, but unfortunately he won't be able to fit it today because it's now 5:30 and the garage that he works at, shuts at 5. But I'll drop this in after work tomorrow, get it fitted back onto the wheel, blow the tyre up, and all should be good. And I think whilst that wheel is off, because it's a front wheel, I'll do the same as what I did with the rear, and I'll give it a quick polish because it is looking a bit sorry for itself, and we'll get that back on the car. So yeah, a bit of a pain, but I'm glad I found it, and yeah, an easy fix. So this is Chris's project, E30 Tourer. Currently the engine's out of it. It's going to put 2.5 litre in it, and doing a few bits and pieces under here, like some brake line replacements. All of it. Oh, all of it. How long you had this car? Can't remember when we picked it up.
Just over 3 years.
Is that it?
Yeah. You went to pick up?
No, I know I did, but I thought it was like 5-6 years ago.
3 years.
Yeah, he won't let this thing go. He loves it, and he's just having some welding done, just to fix the little bit of rot, but it's very minimal. Original paint, some BBS's, but yeah, hopefully once he's done a bit more, I'll show you some progress. Literally just like that.
I hate these metal valves. No matter what, you know, it's about it.
Makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back at the unit. As you would have just seen, popped back down the garage. I had a message from Chris saying that he's actually going to pop back down to do a few bits to the E30, and he can fit the tyre and the valve for me. So really appreciate that, mate. Thanks for doing that. So yeah, as I said, I'm just going to give it a good clean and a polish, whack it back on the car, and get it back on all fours. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching as always, and hope to catch you in the next one.